Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of From Manor to Glory, episode 2, season 1. And this is an update of what's been going on. When we left last episode, we were going through potential Wonder Kids and getting the scouts to go and find what their ratings are and stuff like that. And they are starting to do that, but I've saved you a lot of boredom, and a lot of the reports are just not worth watching or looking at because the players in fact were pretty hopeless. But I've actually played 2 friendlies using a new formation, and we've been getting some really good results. So let's go straight to the game, and I'll show you what's been going on. Hey, there's me. Hello everyone. Hope you are well. Hope you're fine today, whatever day you're watching this. This is actually the first recording that I'm going to do that's actually not going to be transferred over to YouTube straight away. I'm going to actually have a delayed publishing time for the first time ever. So this is going to be an experience for me to hopefully make sure this works. So let's just show you what's been going on. I've actually played 2 friendlies already. Just to test out the formation if it was working, and it definitely is at the moment. We played Hibernian, which we beat them 3-0. We dominated the game for most of the time. And there's the squad. That's the first team squad at the moment. And then we went over to Tame, which is a local side, and my reserves beat them 4-0 with 1 or 2 experienced players in there as well. But let's look at the transfer history so far and what's been going on in just, 2 weeks game time. We've actually had some transfers. So not all these are our transfers. These were the transfers actually done before I joined the game. So anything from then onwards is my transfers for late June. So as you can see, some players have gone, some players are actually going as well. Now, you might recognise this name. I only got this player because he's actually, I think, the real son of Jose Mourinho, who's currently the manager of Tottenham Hotspur, or Spurs as they're called. So I got him just for a laugh, really, and he isn't very good. He's got a -D potential, so the board weren't very happy whatsoever that he joined us. He's only 19 years old. He's going to be in the under-23 side. He will eventually be sold in a couple of years' time, maybe. But we'll wait and see. Who else did I bought? Now, I think we saw this guy just before we ended the last episode, and I really wanted to get him. And yes, I did get him for free. His wage wasn't too bad, £575 per week, so that was under our budget. And he's only he's only 19 years old. He's a former Bolton player. From that area, so I think I got a feeling he was released by Bolton when they were in financial difficulties, and then we got him for a free transfer, so I'm glad I've got him. And we've sorted our goalkeeper problem, as I was looking for a good substitute goalie, and this is the goalie, Liam Bossum, a former is he Irish? Yeah, he's an Irish player, but he started off in Belgium with Royal White Star Brussels. That's Brussels in Belgian language, Flemish, I think it is, or something. And then he went to Anderlecht, and he's going to be a very good deputy to Simon Eastwood, who's our main player. And in time, he will eventually replace Eastwood, because I think Eastwood's 29, 30 years old. 30 years old. Okay, so Eastwood will still stay for a couple of seasons. And that's currently who we got. Players we've sold. I'm trying to free transfer a couple of youngsters so I've got enough, but sadly we haven't got enough compensation. But I've just sold a couple of players, which raised the actual transfer fee, and also means that I actually can now release them. So I'm going to release them again in a minute. So Mori was transfer listed, and I wasn't going to play him because I don't play these positions in my formation, and I sold him for £82,000. Could go up to 99,000. Now, Sam Long I was going to keep, but this bid then came in from Peterborough for 22.5k, and his contract was coming up as well. So I thought, oh, I'm going to sell him. I could find better on the right midfield, right defence either. So I sold him, and he's gone to Peterborough. So that's the current status of what's gone in and what's gone out. There will be a couple of more players hopefully come in as well. We're still scouting tons of youngsters, so hopefully we might find the best youngster and build up a good under 23, under 18 side. So we have to look at the future of Oxford United because we have got financial problems, as you can see here. Excuse me. I'll say again, as you can see here, the mouse didn't click there. We've now got red. We're currently over our wage budget, but we are hoping to sell a couple of not real top wage owners, but that will hopefully go down. We've now got a budget that will cover the compensation of losing all these youngsters who are just not good enough. The player that I'm trying to get rid of is Marcinho, the actual real life captain of Oxford United, but he actually doesn't want to go. He's actually said no to clubs such as Milton Keynes and Leicester, would you believe it? He said no to all the contract deals, so I'm hoping he will eventually go, because that 2k will actually get us below the wage budget. Ruffles is wanted now by another club. He's wanted by Wickham, but Ruffles is one of the longest serving players at Oxford United currently in real life. I think his next game will be his 200th. And I actually want to keep him, so Ruffles I want to keep. Now I'm going to try getting rid of some of these youngsters again, because I didn't have enough money to get rid of them last time, but now I've actually got some a little bit of a transfer budget. I can actually start getting rid of the ones I don't really want. So I'm afraid to say it's Sade and Sole. Sade and Sole. Try and find them now for you. There you go, Sole. I don't want to keep him either. You can see that because he's there's no point. And it will release a little bit of wages as well. So we'll carry on, and we'll actually go for a game today, which is good. With this episode anyway, which will be away to Oxford City. So the side I was actually streaming on the other streaming service, being their manager. So it'll be interesting being the other side this time. So we'll carry on. I'll look back on the first episode. The first episode went really well, but I thought it was a little bit boring for you guys. No matches going on, just me saying this player's good, this player's not so good. So but I always thought the first episode would be kind of like that, because it is an introduction, and a lot of you probably don't know who Oxford United are, because you're not from this area. So the short episodes like this one, I'm trying to keep under 30 minutes, even less than that if I can. So it'd be sort of like more snappy episodes with more things going on. Obviously there might be other things going on as well, and we'll do little specials as well. I have got sort of like flash screens that come up when certain things happen in the game. I will try not to do them too often though, because they might get a bit annoying for you, but they will happen, especially if certain things happen. But that all depends on the game. So, but one thing I want to show you is the tactics screen. Now, this is the tactic that I used very well in Football Manager 19. Now, this is not my own tactic. This is a tactic that I got from FM Scout, I think it was, and I think this guy who was manager of Benfica in Portugal, and he used it and it went very well. And so far, it is going very well. I have to put my hand up. I'm not a very good creator of tactics, so I like using other tactics. So this is our main tactics, which is a 4-4-2 attacking formation, which does work really well. We will have a second tactic just in case, which is the wing backs, and I used this in my Oxford City stream, and it did my Oxford United stream, and it did go very well. The previous Oxford United stream, which I'm not going to do anymore. And then the third tactic will be this one. So we have got good variations here, but we'll be carry on using this tactic for the time being. So the Oxford City game's in 3 days. We're going to put our full team out this time, because the reserves played tame and they won 4-0. So we'll go through all these quickly. Napier is going off on loan to Hereford. Yeah, Hereford. They're a Phoenix club, obviously. They've risen back up the leagues. Good to see them around. So he's going to go over to Hereford to play for, I think, the season. So that's good of him. Social media. I don't like social media too much. In the game, obviously. Social media in the world, love it. But in the game, I ignore it. And we're going to head to play Oxford City away at the Court Place ground, which is just a stone's throw from where the Kassam Stadium is. They're very close to each other. The Court Place Road, I think, is more in central Oxford, while the Kassam Stadium is just outside Oxford. Okay, Oxford United 18 didn't like our formation because they just lost. But anyway, no worries. Oh, okay. Board have transferred as they feel they don't. So we're not allowed another physio. So I need to check on Amy. Can I check on her? See what her reigns. I need to check to see if I'm just trying to find it now. Medical team. She is there. There you go. What's her physio skill? 10. Okay, what's the new guy's skill? Is it better? 17. Yeah. Sorry, Amy, you're going to be replaced. Confirm. Because 17 against 10 makes sense. Rob Dickey, regular starter fringe player. No, I don't agree there. I think he's actually one of our first teamers. So we'll continue. Under 23s beat Didcot full team 3-0. That's ominous when I start doing my level 10 live stream on Twitch. I'm going to be the Didcot manager. And yeah, they just lost to the under 23 Oxford side. That's going to be an experience, and we'll be using different formations for that one, because this formation, I've tested it with a lower league side. It does not work, the one we're using here, because you need to be a little bit more skillful. And there we go, we've got a new physio, AD Sanderson. Congratulations, welcome. Advert stopped, then we play Oxford City. Let's go through this screen. So today we will play Oxford City, and then we've got another scout. Good, we need a lot more scouts. We'll play Oxford City and maybe Bury. Bury, who are not the Bury team anymore, obviously it's just Bury in name, because Bury, of course, are not a football team anymore, sadly. But they are still in Football Manager, but as a club with no real players. So they're getting ready for being a Phoenix club, I guess. Get our scout to recommend a player. Assignment finished. Okay, so all the staff assignments have been finished. Timmy Elsnick has gone to Portsmouth, not to us. He was a player I found off stream who, looks like stats, would have been really good for us. But he's decided to go to Portsmouth. Oh well, never mind. Right, carry on recommending some players. We've got Jamie Tyers, 68, striker. Acknowledge. That's the only one at the moment. We will get frequently more of those. But I'm also going to do is start doing team reports of the Premier League sides and see if there's any decent loanees going to come in that could come and join us for free. We can have at least another 2 more loanees, even though one loanee currently in our side, Fawn, is on 15k wages, which is too much for us. But we have got our good defender, Remy Street. Now, you saw this player. I looked at him on the last episode thinking, oh, he could do wonders at our club. And he has, because we've got the money now. Remy Street has joined us for free. Obviously, he needs to actually join us before I can see how much he's worth. So, get him to make his debut against Oxford City, actually. Let's put him straight out there. So let's just wait until the game ticks over. Should be quite fast. There you go, Remy Street. A C. Okay, thought it'd be better than that. Okay, let's confirm selection. Let's get him in the side. Assign squad number. Where are you? You're normally at the bottom, aren't you? Or the top, sorry. No, there you are. Talking rubbish. Number 28, because we haven't got that many places. Submit numbers. Submit the current set squad numbers, yes. Okay, that's done. Ask. I thought I've done that. He's not under 21, so you have to be selected. There he is. In, definitely in. Yeah. Confirm selection. There you go. Ask Ruffles. No longer serving player. Yeah. So this is the guy who I'm meant to be replacing Mousinho. But Mousinho at the moment doesn't want to leave. So one of our games has been moved to League Television coverage, and it's against Sunderland, the away match. which I think is one of our first league games. Get the tough one done first. Match preview then. So let's show you an actual game, and if I just see some really good goals, then I might use some of my flash screens I've been telling you about. So Oxford City are Vanarama south side, so they're in what number level they are. So we've got Premiership level 1, Championship 2, 3, 4, level 6, level 6 side, where we're a level 3 side. So I'm going to change the side. I'm going to save it as our first team. So this is going to be what I think the first team will be. So we've got Eastwood, obviously, is going to be in goal. Take Bossim as the reserve goalie. I always keep reserve goalies in my lineup just in case something happens. Ruffles stays second. Dickey is going to be at the back with Street, the new player. Right back is always going to be a difference. I've got the choices between, if I just unfill this because I don't need to look at the under 23 side for this, make it a bit easier for me. I've got Jamie Hansen, Elliot Moore. So who does the computer say is best? Jamie Hansen. Okay, let's put Jamie Hansen on right back then. Put Elliot Moore as a reserve defender because he's probably one of our better reserve defenders. Midfield left, we've got Hall, who is actually very fast. And they thought Josh Ruffles is actually better. No, I'll keep Jamie Hall there. I won't keep Ruffles at left back. Midfield. Brannigan's definitely going in midfield. He is definitely one of our best players. Baptiste would eventually go into midfield as well, but he's injured. Gorin is decent, but I would not put him in the lineup straight away anyway. I think, is it Henry? Yeah. Fawn will probably go in there when he's not injured. He's injured for another 2 months yet. So Jamie Henry is going to come into there. And midfield right will be either, well, it will be Fawn actually. Ford, sorry. Up front then, Matty Taylor, the former Oxford United player who went to Bristol City and now has come back to Oxford United. And Woodburn, the Liverpool loanee. Put Gorin into the lineup to replace Agriel, and Navarno, the striker, to replace Jamie Mackey, who's going to be sold eventually. So yeah, so we've only got 2 loanies actually playing at the moment. Chris Cadden can come in as midfield right. So I will swap around Madden and Ford around a lot actually to see who's doing best. So we're against Oxford City then. A game which we should win pretty damn easily. So let's have a look. So here we go. We'll show you the whole game today. And then a few more things going on after that. And then the next episode it will be the Bury game. Bet you're looking forward to that. So it is all over to you now. I'll be very shocked if we don't win this by at least 2-0 because we are meant to be miles better than our neighbours. So we are using the classic 2D look for the time being. I will speed that up a little bit. But the highlights for the actual goals, when the goals do happen, will be the 3D. Excuse me a second, I'm going to drink. And then start again. There you go. So let's see how this happens. If people don't like me using 2D, then obviously I will go to 3D. I just want to see what 2D is like. This reminds me of the old days when I used to play Championship Manager and Football Manager and stuff. When the 3D engine didn't actually happen. Here comes Anson, crossing it into the box. Oops. That's a penalty straight away. 8 minutes in and we get a penalty. I have not set the penalty takers. I'm letting the computer decide that. So the number 9 is clearly a striker, so that must be Woodburn or Taylor. That's Taylor. Straight down the middle. Scores. Good goal. Good start. And here we go. Here's the actual highlight. Oh, it's raining as well. As it was today in real life, so nothing's changed there. So, United are 1-0 up already. I'll say United in this game because both clubs are Oxford, obviously. Oh, and there's another goal. And is that a deflection? Oh, that is unlucky. That is one hell of a horrible deflection. We'll try to. Oops, we missed it there. I was going to try show it the actual highlight again. Actually, let's do it this way. And goal. So we're going to show the goal again. Yeah. So it bounced off their defender and then went in. That was unlucky. So Woodburn's shot was actually might have missed the goal completely, but no, it hit the defender and then the goalie had no chance. So United are 2-0 up after just 18 minutes. So already we could see a lot of goals in this game, and it means I could make a lot of changes. But again, we're meant to win this quite easily. This and the Bury game, actually the next one, and the Didcot game. Hall, Ruffles, go in the box. Unlucky. Actually, what I might do, I know I'm trying to get used to 2D, but I'm going to try using the, just pause that, I'm going to try using the director's camera for a little bit, especially in pre-season. Here's the corner then, Henry. Oops, of course it then makes, now I'll put it onto director. The highlights looking a bit fast, so I'm going to slow it down a bit. There we go, that's better. So Ford passes to Street, the new guy, kicks it back down to Ruffles, who I think will be the vice captain. Street, Dickey, Street, good crossover to Hall, Rob Hall, who's a very fast winger. And he's also a striker as well. Crosses to Taylor. Oh, good stop by the defender. But Henry, yeah, that defender did a really good job. But the ball went straight out to Henry, who just as he is in real life at the moment, doing really well. So Hall and Taylor, yeah, good block by the defender, but Henry straight in. Okay, so we're now 3-0 up. Ashby, Moore, Oster. Oster decides to pass it back to King. See what happens to this one. Could this be an Oxford attack? I mean, an Oxford City attack. Oh no, Henry running down the pitch or trying to run. Oh, good cross, Brannigan. Could he pass it to his other former Liverpool player? No, Brannigan took it on his own and side netting. Bit jealous there. Brannigan, you should have, well, not bit jealous, bit meanie of you. Corner to Oxford again now. We've had 4 shots on target, 7 shots in total, and it's not even the end of the first half yet. Brannigan to Dickey. Back down to Street. Street takes a shot. Oh, unlucky. That was actually a good try. The camera was a bit strange there. I would have liked to see the camera from the side point of view to see how the shot was, but instead it's like the ball coming straight for you instead. But we're approaching nearly 40 minutes, and yeah, definitely after this game will be the end of this episode actually, because I don't want it to be longer than half an hour. Just, it's amazing how time goes quickly sometimes. So here we go. Hanson to Woodburn. Back to Hanson when he gets there. Henry. Oh, well played. Unlucky. What we'll also do with episode 3, what I'm thinking of doing is actually going through all the other friendlies against Bury and Didcot. To speed a bit of time, so the next episode you might see will be actually us just starting the league when it gets a bit more exciting, and also when we're up against really good sides. Like I think one of our first fixtures I think is Sunderland away, which is probably the most toughest game you can start off with. But again, I'll rather play the toughest game straight away. Ruffles, Henry, Brannigan. Back to Henry, shoots and misses. But that's close to half time. In fact, it will be half time any minute, any second now. There you go, that's half time. Should be. And it's an easy 3-0 at the moment. 14 shots, 5 only on target though. So obviously they're doing very well, so I'll give them a good speech. Hand over to assistant and talk to the tactics. Let's put some new players in to replace these guys, so I don't want to risk injuries. Masino, who wants to leave, put Dicky in. Cadden, let's try you at right back, see what you like. Gorham instead of Brannigan. Ruffles, actually, I'm going to move Ruffles up to the midfield left just to give him a go. Put this kid on. Not amazing, but no offence to Oxford City, we should still be good enough to beat them. Lopez is another good youngster. Anyone left? Anyone left? Anyone left? Oh yeah, Mark Skikes. Can't say the words today. Here we go. What we do is we'll speed this game up a little bit. Oops, and then I'll press pause, of course. So we're into just second minute of the second half. Cadden, forward, shoots, side netting again. It's a lot of players who prefer shooting and not passing in here. Bit selfish. Yellow card for Street. We've only got one booking at the moment, but I don't want to send him off, and we got Elliot Moore, who's a great substitute, so he'll come on instead of Street. Back to Ford, who loses it. Could this be an Oxford City attack? No, Street. Oh, Street heads it straight back to a City player. Not ideal. This is Brown, Ashby, John Ashby, who actually is a former Oxford United player. Fasten maybe. Jones. Back to Moore. Oh, Brown's free. Good save by Eastwood. Now the problem we've got with this formation is the defensive line is quite high up. So I need to see if it's going to be a serious problem. If it is, then I will make changes. And now the kid, Navarro, our new signing, Luca Navarro. With a name like that, I thought he was Spanish or Portuguese, but he's actually English. So, oh, Ford's, I think that was Henry putting pressure on the player there, and they lose the ball, and then Ford loses the ball. That's the problem. We get the ball back, and then we lose it. No matter how good your players are, that happens, doesn't it? So back to City, Ashby, John Ashby, and there's Brown. Brown is the goalie going to go for it? No, he's not. Yeah, that's a bit of a worry, because if that's a league side would, I think, score. Again, no disrespect to Oxford City, they're not the best players. So this is Burko, crosses the ball in, back to Sykes. Yeah, so after this game's finished, that will be the end of this episode. So next episode will probably be the start of the league campaign, and also, oh, that's a great goal actually. And then we'll put our first little flash screen. There's the first ever flash screen you've seen. Little things that I've done to make this a little bit more exciting. That was a really good goal. Mosinho, the captain, passed to Ford, who I thought was going to cross, but he's not. He pushed the ball in. And look at that little right foot goal by Navarro. That's why I bought him, to do goals like that. Yeah, so the next episode, episode 3, will be basically us starting the league campaign, so that'll be interesting. And we'll hopefully try get at least 2 games in an episode, because each episode will last around 30 minutes. So no matter how I can try to speed it up, sometimes the episodes will take that long. But if there's sort of like long little gaps between things that are happening, then I will edit things out and stuff, so it won't be too boring for you guys. But here's Oxford City making another attack, and that's going to row. Good save, eastward. I have got it's a bit late, I know, but I'm learning. I am getting used to these buttons, these new buttons that's on my Stream Deck. So if you can see me scanning, going like that, that's me trying to find them where they are. Eventually I'll know where they are and I can just press it and look like a professional. But at the moment I'm going, where is it? So excuse me for doing that. Oh, that was a miss by Oxford City. But we're approaching the end of the game, and looks like United are going to beat City 4-0. We've had 17 shots at the City goal. 6 have been on target, 8 have been off target, 1 clear chance. City have had 4 shots. Could they lose this? No, they passed it. Baxter for City. 2 minutes of extra time? No, it's not even extra time. Full 2 minutes of a game to go, and they've scored. That's why the high defensive line is a bit dangerous. I might have to put that down a bit. We can't risk when we're, especially when it's against fellow top league sides, we can't risk that too much. So that's annoying and a bit of a shame that we've actually conceded a goal against them, but we still won 4-1, so I can't complain there. So there's no point giving them a team talk. Oh, okay, we will have to give them a team talk. It was good. I'm pleased. I don't want to cause upset. Also, I've noticed the problem I had with the Twitch stream of Oxford United. The players were falling out with me, even though we were second in the table. It's not happening here because I'm more of an experienced manager, and they're actually really liking me at the moment, or they think the atmosphere is good. But that's it for this end of the stream. This episode, sorry. This is episode 2 finishing. So stay tuned to episode 3, which will be on the channel very soon, I'm sure. And by then, we should be near the end of the pre-season. I'll give you an update on more transfers, more players going in, more players going out. So it should be really good. And yes, our first league game is away to Sunderland. Tough. So that's going to be, very tough. So thank you for watching this, and I hope you are going to come and watch episode 3 of From Manor to Glory. So bye bye.